Hello everybody and welcome back to NCAA 2004, here in the beginning of year number 8, carrying a 19-game win streak that of course dates back to year number 6, I believe. 19 games, totaling back to 2 seasons prior as we get started here in year number 8, coming off a national title victory in year number 7, so we are now the defending champs here in year number 8, defending champs for the second time in this series as we head all the way up to Seattle to take on the Washington Huskies under the lights here in Husky Stadium, which we have quite a bit of history with Husky Stadium here on this channel. I mean, the 3 or 4 times we played there in the Cowboys series, of course, I think we played there a couple times in the Bengals series. Now we're here in this series, and so on and so forth. Then Idaho even played Washington, and I recorded that video, and just for some reason just forgot to edit it and upload it, and just went to the next game. I have no idea why I did that, but Idaho also played Washington there. But we're going to be seeing Idaho in Husky Stadium a lot more because they're now in the Pac-10, as you saw in yesterday's video. But we're going to talk Bama now because we've got a brand new team, brand new roster in year number 8. It's not completely brand new. We do have a couple recurring faces here on the offensive line. Of course, our whole left side of the offensive line is returning along with our center. Of course, this man right here, Scotty Mitchell, decided to stay on for his senior year, which is a huge shock to me. I really didn't think he would stay, but Scotty Mitchell we're going to get for his senior year. But who we did lose, that was massive, major loss for the roster, was, of course, Stephen Bentley. So now we have a new quarterback, Jesse Allison, who we saw a little bit last year, but he's going to be starting here. And then we got new starters at running back as well. A lot of depth positions here. Our linebacking core is about the same here, but everyone, we're getting a little bit of change here. And Jesse Allison's wasting no time finding Scotty Mitchell downfield and already connecting with him. So as long as he's got Scotty Mitchell somewhere on the roster here, it looks like any quarterback we have back there will have some tempo at least with them. But Jesse Allison waiting a good bit of time before getting clobbered, releasing the football. Now Allison going to hand this one off to the new running back in town, J.J. Wright, who's not exactly new. He was here last year, of course. He's a sophomore this year, and we saw him a little bit last season. He dazzled a little bit in his short bursts, but now he's finally starting now in the absence of Christian Mitchell, who graduated last season. And here's J.J. Wright getting absolutely buried by a pile of Husky and Crimson Tide players. Just couldn't find a ton of open space here. So cut to a 2nd and 9. We're going to hand this off to J.J. Wright again, give him another crack at it. He's finding some open space and weaving through and getting across the first down marker here. He's already got 24 yards on the ground today. So that last run didn't really look like it, but yeah, he's already cutting up pretty well. So 1st and 10, we're going to delay handoff to J.J. Wright, and he's off again, man, finding open space and getting dragged into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game here. So what we started here with Scotty Mitchell is going to get finished off with the new starting running back, J.J. Wright, as he gets a nice little police escort from Charles Gregory, the center. He kind of guides him into the to the end zone there. So 7-0, we're back on offense once again late in the first quarter, and now we're going to hand this one off to J.J. Wright again. Spins out and finds some open space here, but he's going to get tackled from behind and fumble the football. It's going to get picked up by the Huskies here. So J.J. Wright off to a great start here in the beginning of the game, and then finally makes a mistake here late in the first quarter as he drops the football on the grass. And so that's going to get the ball back to Washington. A pretty decent field position as well as the first quarter comes to a close. Only one touchdown to speak of for either team. So Washington would have to give the ball back to us, though, as they couldn't do anything with it. So cut to a 2nd and 10, and it's J.J. Wright on the ground again. He's going to get across the first down marker, and that's going to give us a fresh set of downs. And J.J. Wright continues to produce with his legs despite the fumble that he had just a little drive ago. So cut to a 3rd and short, though, and Washington is completely all over that. They knew our game plan from the jump, man. Sick Name is going to have to get a little bit more creative if he wants to convert plays like that, but he's upset about that play call, so he's going to keep the offense on for 4th and 5. Jesse Allison drops back to pass, takes a shot on the sideline, and he had an open receiver there. It was a perfect lane. I don't know if it was a miscue. I don't know if the ball just kind of missed, if Allison overthrew him, or if Max Price couldn't get his hands on it. I'm not really sure, but it's incomplete, turnover and downs, and Washington now driving the ball the other way, and a deep shot from their quarterback, Irvin Armstead, and it's a huge bomb downfield, and it's going to be caught for a 1st and goal. Now, yeah, it's 1st and goal, as Jody Bird, Washington's best offensive player, able to haul that one in. And on the next play, Washington's going to go with a fullback dive to Franklin Walden, the freshman fullback, and he's going to get into the end zone for Washington's first touchdown. So, and that clock is not fooling you guys, man. We're down under 2 minutes in the first half, and it is tied at 7 apiece, as both offenses have kind of struggled to find any real strong sense of rhythm. But Jesse Allison able to hit what I believe was Thomas Samples across the middle down by the Washington midfield logo. So we are at least going to move here a little bit with a chance to maybe get some points before the half is over. Allison back to pass again, flips one out to Max Price, now a sophomore. He's going to catch this ball and stumble forward to about the 30-yard line of Washington. So fast forward to a 2nd and 5, just 47 seconds left to play. Allison avoids pressure and unloads it to Scotty Mitchell's got to come back for it. And he's going to get brought down well short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, and now we're going to try and run with some tempo as we're dwindling down to about 30 seconds left in the half. Allison's going to take the snap and shotgun here. Quick release down the middle of the field to Thomas Samples, and there was nothing but Huskies in the area. That was a terrible, terrible pass to try and make quickly. So bring out John Bellamy here on 4th and 4 to try and nail home this field goal, and he does. A little bit sketchy, it looked like, didn't it? It looked a little sketchy. But either way, it is good, and 10-7 is going to be the score here with just 24 seconds left in the half for Washington, who would just kind of kneel it out and take us into the locker room. So 10-7 is your score, man. Only 10 points in the first half, and we might have some troubles here on offense that this Crimson Tide offense cannot find any strong sense of rhythm and consistency. So Jesse Allison dumps this one off to Thomas Samples to get inside the 30-yard line of Washington as we are moving once again on offense here in the second half. Washington really struggling to find really any sense of rhythm. Worse than us, if you can believe it. So cut to a 2nd and 12. Allison dumps one off to the end zone, and it's caught by Scotty Mitchell in double coverage. I have no idea how he managed to get that. I have no idea how Washington's defenders did not have a better solution for this, as we'll get a better angle at this. You'll see one of them, I think, tried to go for the catch. He just thought the ball was going to go to him. I don't know. If he maybe played a little bit more defensively, he could have broke that pass up. But either way, it's a touchdown. We're going to take a 10-point lead over Washington. And on 3rd and 3, Armstead drops back to pass here for Washington. That ball is tipped, and it is caught by Jody Bird once again. And Washington's going to have a fresh set of downs deep in Crimson Tide territory after someone got a hand on it. I didn't see which one of our defenders got a hand on it, but that ball was tipped, and now Washington with a chance here on offense. So on 2nd and 9, they're going to hand this one off to the running back, who fumbles it, and it's going to be picked up and not necessarily returned. It looks like maybe could have been a scoop and score if he could have got around, but I think it was Mario Hughes, the free safety, who scooped it up, but it was the running back Jim Weeks who fumbled it, so we couldn't do much with it. So Washington with the ball back again, and Armstead's going to throw a pick. So another Washington turnover as they're starting to rack up. As one of the new faces on the team, C.J. Bennett, who's not a new face, he's a junior, but a new starter, I guess, for the roster, comes up with a big interception in his first game. So cut to a 3rd and 2 now as we're struggling to move the ball here. We're going to hand it off to Marquise Houston for a fullback dive, and he gets tripped up just shy of the marker, and it's going to be about inches to go. And we have 113 rushing yards, guys. 100 of those were literally gotten by J.J. Wright in the first half. Literally in the first half. So we have done nothing. To be more specific, I think it's 106 yards in the first half, and so we've done absolutely nothing running the football in the second half. But John Bellamy's leg has done something in the second half as he extends the lead now to 13 points over Washington. But Washington has yet to be fully silenced here despite the turnover starting to rack up here for the Huskies offense. Armstead able to find Bird once again for a nice completion to get him close to midfield. And now Armstead again going to try for a quick pass in the flat. It's going to be fumbled. They're going to rule that as a backwards pass as Armstead tried to hit Carter Heron, their receiver, and that was a backwards pass, and it's going to be recovered for a fumble. So a 3rd turnover for Washington in the 3rd quarter. It's an absolute nightmare quarter for the Huskies, as they could have potentially put themselves in the lead even, but now it's completely going the other way. And on a 3rd down here, Jesse Allison tries to hit Thomas Samples across the middle, and for some reason, I guess with the gloves, it didn't work. He couldn't catch it. I have no idea what's going on offense, but this Crimson Tide offense is really struggling to find a strong sense of rhythm. And now John Bellamy, man, struggling to kick on this end, as that first field goal he had was a little bit sketchy. In this one, he can't even get to the goalpost as that ball dies out in the end zone. So the lead will remain 20-7 with 5 whole minutes left for Washington still to operate. And Armstead, deep shot down the sideline, and it's going to be Carter Heron who was supposed to catch that I don't know, receiver screen, whatever that was. That ended up being a fumble. And so Washington moving again on offense. 1st and 10, Armstead dropping back to pass. Pressure is on, though, and it's going to get home to Armstead as he is going to be brought down by one of the newer faces also sitting around here. It's going to be Blaine Bolden, who's the new right end for the season, I believe. Yeah, he's a new starter on the right side for this year. So, but Armstead still has the arm to throw, and Jody Bird is the one who's going to catch it deep inside the 10-yard line. And there you see in the breakdown receiving-wise, Jody Bird has been everything for this Washington offense. He is their best player offensively. Everyone else is like a 70-something overall, but he's like an 87 overall. So on the next play, they're going to go, I think it was a fullback dive, was it? I think it was a fullback dive. Franklin Walton able to fall forward into the end zone to get another touchdown for Washington. So now it is only a 6-point game. We need to pick up a couple first downs to ice this game here. Allison goes for the fake on the 3rd and 2, and Washington bites on the play fake, and Allison throws for it. A very dangerous pass as well. That was not an open pass at all. It was very contested, but Scotty Mitchell comes down with it. So we're able to kill clock down to about a minute here, and on another 3rd and 2, we're going to hand this one off to Wright, and he just gets enough for the first down, and now Washington's going to burn their final timeout, and we're going to be able to head into victory formation. We're going to escape out of here, guys. We're going to run out of Husky Stadium with this victory, man. A 6-point victory over the Huskies. We're, of course, celebrating, but there's nothing to celebrate, man. If this is real life, Sick Navy would be tearing into these guys into the locker room, because this is an absolutely embarrassing performance against Washington. I mean, this is a Power 6 opponent, of course, but I don't think, as you notice, I didn't say anything about Washington leading into this game because they haven't really done much in the sim since we've been doing this. I haven't really paid attention much, because they haven't been anywhere. They haven't been ranked. They haven't won a ton of games. I think they're coming into this game ranked 51st in the nation. Like, they're not a good team. So, and as I said with the rosters I was looking over, everyone on their offense is like under an 80, like a 75 or lower, except for Jody Bird. So this is a really, really poor performance by the Crimson Tide. The offense really just could not find any sense of rhythm. Only went to the red zone once, which has got to be a sick name and low in this era. I mean, only going once is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what on earth was going wrong here. Jesse Ellison ends up having a decent stat line, going 12 for 19 with 174 yards and a touchdown. I mean, yeah, no picks, so limiting the turnovers, I guess. But still, I mean, this is just, it wasn't a commanding game. We didn't see Allison really lead this offense here. And J.J. Wright gives over 100 yards of scrimmage, but as I said, 106 of those were in the first half, so he didn't do anything in the 3rd or 4th quarter. Scott Mitchell, if you struggle to get Scott Mitchell the football, man, it's going to be a long year for you. It's going to be a very long year. Blaine Bolden leads the defense here in tackles and TFLs, but we were disruptive on that part. John Bellamy gets 2 field goals. So either way here, we're going to head back to the hub world. We pick up 2 wins against Eastern Michigan and Kentucky, getting our first conference win. That's going to lead us into week number 5 against number 4 Ohio State in the shoe. So we better have ironed out all of our issues, guys, because we can't fake it in Columbus, man. We cannot fake it. This one is going to be the big one. This is going to be the one that separates the men from the boys. So hope to see you guys in the shoe when we play the Ohio State Buckeyes.